What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to the second giveaway here on the channel for Armored Core 6, a full copy before the game is released. And also in this video we're gonna have a look at a lot of features such as bullet ricochets, how they happen, over staggering, how much damage you're gonna do once you got the enemy staggered, how much additional damage, and then also looking at certain different firing patterns from weapons and making some comparisons. So let's dive right into it. The features I'm about to show you can be very well observed in the starter guide from Manni-Gaming. Make sure to check it out. You find the link down in the video description and pinned comment. So before we go into the detail about giveaways, let's first look at ricochets of bullets. Certain weapons have an effective range outside of which they can no longer operate, and the machine gun, for example, seems to score good hits at below 250 meters. Everything above only scores ricochets, which you can literally see happen on the enemy robot there, and also dealing only 1 point of damage with each shot. So always mind your effective weapons range. The next thing to look at is critical hit damage, which happens when you trigger the ACS overload on your enemy by filling that orange bar all the way until it's red, and the enemy is immobilized, triggers, and only takes critical hits from that point on for a few seconds. 19 damage per bullet before, 48 damage after, which means that once the enemy is staggered, he takes 2.5 times the amount of damage, at least from these weapons here. Maybe different damage types have different multipliers. We'll figure this out next. Over staggering is therefore even more important to keep in mind, because we've just learned how important it is to hit the enemy while he is staggered, but keep in mind that weapons such as the grenade launcher have such a massive staggering potential that the first shot almost completely triggers the stagger, dealing 1082 damage, and the next shot that could do way more also does the same 1082 damage because it only staggers the rest of it and tremendously over staggers without already benefiting from the added bonus. So make sure to fill up the stagger bar with a smaller weapon first and then hit really hard with a big boom afterwards, biting some real chunks off your enemy. A bit of an anomaly, by the way, seems to be the pile bunker. I think perhaps it hits multiple times when it does its animation, because it seems to not only trigger the staggering bar and dealing a lot of damage, but it also seems to already benefit from its own stagger damage that it did, doing 1702 damage here. That was already considered a critical hit, so keep that in mind. The pulse gun here is very interesting. It's I will probably call it a bubble gun, and it seems to be ineffective against smaller targets, missing many of its shots due to spreading, but as soon as the targets get bigger, it also hits more effectively, triggering a lot faster the stagger bar, as well as dealing more damage in the process. So firing patterns influence your gameplay quite a bit. For example, the Napalm bomb launcher can either fire a horizontal or a vertical spread, similar to what I remember from the Unreal Tournament rocket launcher, for example, that could be charged with left click, firing a horizontal arc of missiles, or holding left and then right click to fire a bundle of missiles. The burst rifle, for example, will fire single powerful shots, or it will fire a burst shot when you charge it. Other weapons can, such as the linear rifle, that will be very popular because it's powerful, fire very quick and damaging single shots, or an even stronger, more dangerous charged attack that almost instantly gets the enemy staggered with a lot of damage. The laser blade, being a melee weapon, for example, has an immense amount of damage and so-called impact damage, which is the staggering potential, and it also has a Dark Souls boss move where you can charge it up for a double sweeping strike to really put some fear in the eyes of your enemy. So yeah, there's so much more that I would like to show you and that I will show you going forward with you, so stay tuned. Also about the upcoming giveaways, and this one here, if you want to participate, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done it yet, share the video around with your friends so they can also have a chance to win, write a comment down below so I can verify you have been here on the channel, and then fill in the Google form that you find down the link in the video description and pinned comment. I will get the results and then I can choose a random winner from that list. The winners will be announced on 25th of August when the game gets released, and until then every day has a giveaway coming up, so yeah, again, stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe, as brutal as a man can hit, for more. Thanks for bearing with me, you guys are awesome as always. Manni signing off. Bye bye.